Now we'll move to public perceptions. What perceptions the public has about the judiciary. Public perceptions of the judiciary have over the years become witheringly scornful and monstrously critical. It has been in the public space that court officials and judges are easily bribed by litigants to obviate delays and or obtain favorable judgments. His Lordship Adolfo Opoji JCA, at the point of exiting, had enthused inter alia as follows. Please, I expressed everywhere by the generality of the public. He is one of us. The person making this observation was one of us. He says, please, I express every day by the generality of the public, begging the judiciary to be just, to be truthful, and to save the country from collapse. My question is whether the judiciary needs to be begged or cajoled. What is it that qualifies any person to bear that exalted name, Honorable Justice? Is it not for him to administer justice without fear or favor? Unfortunately, it has been severely vilified, with the apex court so denigrated and called by a social commentator as a voter gaggle of useless, purchasable judicial bandits. How did the judiciary get to this level? That is the profound question His Lordship was asking as he was exiting. Why is the whole country on edge for fear of what the public regards as unpredictable judicial pronouncements? Like I said, he was one of us. There must be a rethink and a hard reset. If the people we have sworn to defend have lost confidence, there is a problem that must be addressed. Some of the senior members of the bar, inter alia, citing the Ahmed Lawan, the former president of the Senate, and the Imo governorship appeals, claim that decisions of even the apex court have become unpredictable. It is difficult to understand how and where, by these decisions, the judicial pendulum swings. It was not so before, they contend. In some quarters, the view is strongly held that filth and intrigues characterize the institution these days. Judges are said to be comfortable in companies they never would have kept in the past. It is being insinuated that some judicial officers even campaign for the politicians. It cannot be more than fine. President Muhammad Buhari in 2016 ordered the forceful entry into the houses and the arrest of justices, some of whom were serving at the apex court. Not done. In 2019, the government appointed, arrested, and arraigned the incumbent Chief Justice before the Code of Conduct Tribunal for alleged underhand conduct. With his retirement apparently negotiated, he was eventually left off the hook. In 2022, a letter signed by all the justices of the Supreme Court, including the current Chief Justice, the aggrieved protested against the shabby treatment meted to them by the head of court and the Chief Registrar. At the center of the friction was their welfare and the cavalier attitude of the Chief Registrar thereto. In the event, His Lordship Ibrahim Tanko Muhammad disengaged ostensibly on grounds of ill health. Now, it must be said, Chief Femi Falana is right, that the safeguard in our appointment procedures against judicial appointments for improper motive is increasingly being compromised. Certainly, by Rule 8.3 of the Judicial Code of Conduct, any judge who takes advantage of his judicial office for personal gain or for gain by his or her relative or relation abuses the power vested in him. My lords, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen, it is obvious that the judiciary I'm exiting from is far from the one I voluntarily joined and desired to serve and be identified with. The institution has become something else. Then the question is, what do we do? Allow me at this point in time to recall that the 1999 Constitution, as amended, allows each and every one of us the freedom of choosing his religion, the company he keeps, what to say. I am sure we all know where these rights abide and where the rights the very same Constitution grants others take. I am a Muslim for whose conduct the Quran in chapter 4, Surah An-Nisa, verse 135 provides, O you who believe, stand out firmly for justice. Stand out firmly for justice as witnesses to Allah, even though it be against yourselves, or your parents, or your kin. Be he rich or poor, Allah is a better protector to both. So, follow not the lusts of your hearts, lest you may avoid justice, and if you distort your evidence, or refuse to give it, or refuse to say it, verily Allah is ever well acquainted with what you do. In Surah Al-Tawbah, verse 71, that particular verse further requires that believers, both men and women, should enjoy what is just and forbid what is evil. And I came across this particular quote, and I read, this is how a society goes down the drain really quickly. First, the society overlooks evil, then it permits evil, then it legalizes evil, then it promotes evil, then it celebrates evil, and then that same society persecutes those that still hold evil. Lastly, Adam Grant's words in moments like this are also instructively apposite. And I quote, when you follow a concept, any concept, always consider what would lead you to withdraw your support. If the answer is nothing will make you to withdraw your support, then your integrity is in jeopardy. Your highest loyalty belongs to principles, not concepts. No concept deserves unconditional love. Commitment is earned through character. My contribution towards reforming the judiciary is founded on these foregoing principles. Intrinsic in what I have said today are indices to dampen, nay, eradicate the lapses in the judiciary. The duty to revive the institution remains a collective one. We must persist. It suffices to have, for the purpose of this event this morning, a respite at this point level.